Coach, it was off by 3 cents. That doesn't matter. Do you see how this just tapped the 21 and stayed below it? That's a good sign. That's bearish. We want to see it stay below this 21. Did anybody collect when I said right here?
Yes, sir.
Did anybody go long? Did anybody go long when I said right here?
I did.
Thank you. And now you collect up here at the 21. See it? Because that is resistance. Make sense? Now,
Coach, would you get in on the 21 to the downside there? Would that be a good entry or no way?
If I do, I'm going to have a tight stop just above the 21, right? Because the problem is the potential is to drive back up to this 567.21, and I don't want to pay that price. So if I'm going to short off the 21, it better be a real tight stop. Otherwise, I would just wait for up here to see if it can sit down. But we can always trade off the 21 on a quick scalp with a tight stop just on the other side.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yep. But everybody else, right? You made your money. It came down here. We shed. We collected. Some of you went long. Congratulations if you listened to the sound of my voice. I told you 8,000 times in a row what exactly is my favorite trade. Double bottom bounce to the 21 right here. So if this rejects this 21 and comes back down, it's going to be very bearish for a nice setup. Now you guys are bouncing between this 9 and 21. I want to see this pull below the 9. Otherwise, this has got strength to the upside. So I need this on the other side of the 9 right here. I want to see this get pushed down, drop hard, make new low. Pops to 21. We're coming right back up to 567.20. Right here, though, I like the way it's respecting this 21 on the 1 minute. See it? But I hate the way it's sitting in the middle. Look at this. This is why I don't trade, right? Don't trade in this spot. Just wait. Again, though, this is why I say, right, take the money down here. Then it popped up. And if it pulls back and breaks through, we can add here. So this would be where I add those shorts. But this is why I'm saying take that guaranteed money that you made all the way down to here, right? Because if this runs up the rest of the day and then you got to get out up here, you're going to be really upset with yourself that you didn't collect the profits here, right? Because you lost all of this to this. Am I right?
Eat the cookie.
Yeah, you got it. And look at it. This is why I said take the damn profits. Who went long on the double bottom, my favorite trade? Who did it?
I did, Coach.
You guys just got paid big time. That was a beautiful trade. That was a beautiful trade. Nice job. Buy to the downside. It hit 567. Now, what was the mark up here? It was 567.21, correct? And how much variance do we give SPY on our levels? Tell me quick.
20 to 30.
20 to 40 cents, correct. So if it hit 567, this was off by 21 cents, and then it pulled, yes? There we are now back on the triple bottom, where 565.50. Why? That was previous day low. What does that matter? It's going to be the largest level of support of the day, yes? Oh, look at this, though. Oh, check this out. Hold on. That was the trend line right there that SPY was on for a long time. See it? Just caught that. No, SPY's still to the downside. This is still pulling. It's still staying under that 567.20. And if you look at it, this is a lower. So it went from here to here to here. So it should come to here. You see how this is working out? You see how it's going lower and lower?
Yeah, it should pop back under your trend line.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then 565.50 again, right? We talked about that earlier. And remember, the more times it touches to the downside, the more times, right, the opportunity is going to want to break through, right? There's a double bottom on SPY, 565.17-ish. See it? Now let me look at SHOP. SHOP, beautiful. Yeah, this is a 52-week high here on SHOP. So since we don't really have any reference, let me go back farther. Yeah, we really have nothing to reference SHOP. So if that's the case, because remember, we are clear skies here, right? So if that's the case, I'm going to respect this 9. Obviously, you can see it's been doing it all day. And for its price range, I'm going to be looking at this every 50 cents. So every 50 cents, I'm going to use as a mental key critical area because we have nothing else to go on. So if we look at this every 50 cents, just so you have something in your head that you guys are using, using as a reference because there's nothing to go on. Now, when I say nothing to go on, I only mean as it goes up. If it comes down, you have stuff to go on because you have all of this. This is previous data now. Moving up, you have no data to go against. But everything down here, we can start to look at, right? This is support. This is support. This is support. Make sense?
Yep.
And let it dictate what it wants to do, and you just start charting this out as it works. So as it pulls back, where did it stop? When it goes up, it's starting to create new information for us to base this on. If we have no information, depending on its size, use this every 50-cent rule. This will give us an idea and at least a start of, now this one you could technically do every quarter, but that's just too much charting, but about every 50 cents. Now look at this. You see how this is giving us data here on CHOP? Right here should be support, which should be around 112.73. If not, you've got the 21 sitting right here, which again, if you look at this next channel is 112.37, but this should be support right here, 112.73, right where it's at exactly now. Everybody see it? Why is that? Because it showed us right here. This was previous data. You guys all see it? This came up, this was resistance. This came down, it became support. This came down, this should be support. Makes sense, everybody? It's giving us data as we go now. And there's the 21. If this can't hold the 21, we're going to get a nice bleed candle. This area though, this area is everything. This is all support. If you guys, oops, let me get rid of this. Oh yeah, this is all support. All of this. Because if not, where's this going to go, everybody? Lights out here, right? Huge gap. That's a massive gap here. So we're going to run it right now. Bruno, if you would post it. $5,000 one-time payment, diamond lifetime, unlimited, all of our member services, including the mentorship, which is $6,000 a year by itself, a year. You guys can get it right now. You'll have access to everything. The premium, VIP, VIP gold, the futures VIP, futures VIP gold, crypto VIP, crypto VIP gold. You guys will get access to the breakout rooms. You guys will get access to weekend training. You get access to all the advanced training videos, all the workshop classes, all the mastermind classes. You will get all of it.
Hey, to those folks out there listening,
Yes.
that aren't sure about this, I'm telling you, I am jealous of you guys that are going to get it today. You guys don't know how awesome of an opportunity this is at $5,000. Coach ain't paying me to say this. I'm just not to where I need to be or want to be. You guys get ahead of me. Take advantage of this. Do it. It's awesome. You won't kick yourself in the butt.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, and just so you guys know, that is a $20,000 service. I'm not exaggerating. I sell that for $20,000. We had it on sale for a little bit for $10,000. That is a $20,000 service with over $50,000 worth of services. So some of you are like, oh, that's really expensive. That's obviously not for you. Some of you that have been in here for longer than 2 minutes, you know what a value that is. And you know how fast 5,000 is when we are using our trading strategies, not financial tax or investment advice, results not guaranteed. But you guys understand the difference now being in this room and anywhere else.
Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket Live Chat and Watch Party. I'm your host, Dawn, otherwise known as J&J Video Reacts. And this is a stream that's been created for you traders to kick back, relax, and just kind of get your extra learn on. It's kind of like a study hall slash hangout spot that Coach lets us use after the market. So that's what we do. Now, let's take care of a few pieces of housekeeping. You know how that goes. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to share the video and subscribe to the channel, right? That's what we need. We are trying to get Coach to 20,000 subscribers. And right now we're sitting at 15,273, only 4727 to go, right? And that's all free. Doesn't cost you anything to like, subscribe, and share. So tonight, we have got Mindset Monday, right? So every Monday, we're going to be doing this, and we're going to have a guest on. And that guest is going to go over some of the things that they are doing to, help their mindset while they're trading. And tonight's guest is Ange, right? So I sent her the link. I'm sure she'll be by soon. But yeah. So tonight's guest is Ange, and Ange is huge on discipline. And if you've been struggling with discipline, this is the night for you. This is the night that you're going to get the discipline guru, okay? The discipline guru is here tonight. So she's going to be talking about some of the things that she does to get herself set up for her day and how she stays disciplined within her trades. I'm excited personally to talk one-on-one. I'm always excited to talk one-on-one with her. And shout out to you, Maria. Maria said two of her favorites. You're our favorite. Speaking of which, I think Coach is down there in the house. I thought I saw you. What up, Big Chief? Hey, what's up, James L? First in the stream every time. Miranda's down there. Thank you, Miranda, for always putting the links in, baby, and helping out. Chad H is down there. What's up, Chad H? Chad H, I hope you remember because you've been in here an awful lot. F2, the other Apple guru. What's up, F2? So proud of you, brother. Crispy, how you doing? What's up, honey? Leonard Jones is in the house. What's up, Leonard Jones? There's Ange. I sent you the link to your phone because I didn't put it in the chat because we're just doing one-on-one just for right now, and then we're bringing the panel up in a few minutes. So I don't know, man. Check your text messages. Unhappily a housewife. What's going on, honey? It's been a minute. Love your face. Who else is down there? Bucko! Got any grapes? What's up, Bucko? I know it's getting old now, right? But I have been, oh my God, the candy snap grape, not the cotton candy grapes, the candy snap red seedless. Oh my God. And I like seeded grapes. They're healthier for you, but they're called candy snap grapes. They're like the really little supple ones that just like kind of, crunch in your mouth when you put them. Yeah, they just kind of like have this little pop. I call those grapes my nature's Jolly Ranchers. What the hell is in my eye? Coach, don't you hate it like when you're trying to like get through a live and then like either something jumps in your throat or your eye and it's like, what is going on like right in this moment that it had to happen? All right, I think we're good. What is going on? I didn't touch my cat, right? No. Okay. What is happening? Okay, we're good. Things of life, but life is not what happens to you. It's how you react to it. So, all right. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and put the link down there since Ange is down there in the chat. I don't know if it's not working the other way, but let me go ahead and put this link down there for you. Oh, okay. We're good. I just heard her coming. All right. Awesomeness. Let me make sure I got the settings right. I'm making sure I have the settings right beforehand this time. Milk Money. Hello.
I'm muted. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Sweet. So I'm excited. Tonight's Mindset Monday, and it was so cool because I was listening into the futures earlier, and I heard somebody ask you a question about the EWO. So I'm excited to talk about that because I've been looking at a lot of nano Bitcoin, and I've been in it because number one, it allows me to not have to babysit the trade like intently. And it lends itself to the EWO strategy. So, other than that, you do you, whatever it is that you want to talk about.
You do
This is
you.
your Mindset Monday. What's going on? How'd you do today?
I paper traded today.
Okay.
That's all I did today. I worked on waiting in the weeds and putting some material together for that, and then some L2 training. Yeah, I mean, like anything, when you can't settle your mind, it's best to stay out of the market.
That is so true. That is so true. People have no idea,
Mhm.
and they force themselves to get in trades or jump into chop when it's really unnecessary, especially in futures.
It is. And once you get, and it doesn't matter whether you have the mechanics down or not. Like if you come in here with, a poor attitude, or you start your day and maybe you had a rough night's sleep, or maybe your day's just not going the way you want it to, whatever, stay out of the market. Because if you can't come in here and you can't leave it at the door, not a good idea.
Right.
I can damn well bet that, like most people who have had an experience like that, they know that that's probably not a good idea. And if they did get into the market, that there's a good chance that they weren't all the way in it. And it
Right.
may or may not have caused them to have poor trades, poor entries, poor exits, whatever. Right. So I think that's like the biggest catalyst. What a day to do that, on a day where I'm like, I couldn't do it today. I could have, yes, but
Mhm.
I just wasn't there. I was not there to give my 110% to the market, and I wasn't willing to sacrifice myself, my time, my mental health, all the things, or my account to do so. So we'll get some rest tonight, see if I can get it to blow over, and we'll get back in it tomorrow. But I've already made it a test that I'm going to do a lot more paper trading this week, just because I'm working on position size
Mhm.
and really leveling up on that. And I need to work more on visual than I do anything else. So, and if I'm in the market to trade, I want to be in the market to trade. I don't want to be in the market to practice. So I have to choose between one or the other.
Yeah.
I would rather I have the time, I can do it, and just do the practice that I need to do and get all my ducks in a row and get myself prepared for what my next level is.
Mhm. Speaking of that, you are one of the top traders in American Dream Trading.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. You have built a legacy for yourself in this group. You really have. Mad respect to you. You have done it from day one and you've stayed consistent. How have you managed to keep yourself with that mindset for such a long period of time when it's so hard for people to do that? How do you do that?
Well, for me, it comes down to knowing that there's a lot of people watching.
That
and
helps.
and that can either be a good thing or a bad thing depending on the type of person you are.
Yeah.
I know when I come in here that I have to bring my A game. There are so many people watching, whether they are part of the group or not, that are paying attention. My children included.
Mhm.
They know what mom's up to. They know what I'm after. They know what my goals are. So they see that too. So I have to be very careful that I don't steer too far away.
Yeah.
And I already have a pretty disciplined nature anyways. It's just a part of my DNA that I've
Your
built over the
DNA.
years, most likely from being in a flight or fight mode for a good part of my life, probably, and that's probably what has led me to being as disciplined as I am. But that doesn't fall short of how you get there, right? So if I'm going to start my day, for me to have a day where my mindset is solid, it starts when I get up in the morning. It starts with my behavior that I have for myself, whether it's looking at myself in the mirror and saying, you've got this today. You are great at what you do. You've done fantastic today. It's just bringing in the positive. It's bringing in the positive to what we do on a day to day. But meanwhile, starting your day out that way as if it's already happened. So
Do you use affirmations?
I do significantly. And my affirmations pretty much are the same, slightly worded differently sometimes. But I do affirmations and I incorporate that into my day to day. And it's not just for me professionally. It's also for me when I and just
in life,
combobulated, just day to day as well. Like what goes on in my personal life is also a contribution to how I treat myself. If I start my day negative, I'm like, you say I had a red day yesterday, which I didn't, but like say I did, and I start my day with, oh gosh, I was red yesterday, and I'm continuing to think about that. Like I'm going to unwillingly incorporate that into my current day. And I didn't even intend for that to happen. So I'm essentially manifesting that into today too. Like, and that's not what you want to do. So I very much, hang on.
Cleanse your brain of what happened.
Yes, absolutely. I'm being asked a question that I need to answer. So give me a hot second here. I guess I can't do 5 things at once.
Down in the chat?
No. You'd think after having 3 kids, I'd be able to multitask as if it's my my second nature. Okay, I think I got it now. So so it starts with how you start your day, right? So if I wake up, right, and I know some people have this. If I wake up and I'm having a bit of anxiety or something's jarring me a little bit, maybe I was dreaming about something or whatever, and I got to calm myself down. Like I've gotten to the point where I can calm myself down without it ruining my entire day. So thankfully I know how to help that stuff. So I think that's incredibly important, is to be able to know how to bring yourself down out of that too. And then if you can't, there's alternatives to that too.
I was going to ask you, do you meditate? Is that what helps you be able to bring yourself down? Yeah.
And I can either do it with meditation, or I can just sit there in stillness and just walk myself out of it. Like, this isn't real. This is in your imagination. Let's get back on track. You know what you got to do. You know where we're going. Like, let's go. Like, don't let the outside forces bring you down, because our atmosphere that we put ourselves in essentially can bring us down twice as deep than just the day-to-day if we're not careful. Our subconscious can do that for us. And it's annoying. But
it's true. And you can bring yourself down even when there's no outside influences. Just thinking about, like you said, past experiences in the market or past experiences in your personal life. You can focus on stuff that can bring you down. And it's important that you know how to, especially as a trader, that you know how to pull yourself out of it, that you first of all recognize it immediately and cut it off. So that's really good.
And it works, and you have to believe that it's going to work. If you would just think that it's going to work, it's not enough. You have to believe it too. And if you don't do that, you're still going to set yourself up for failure. And that applies to what we get to in the next part of it, right? I exercise, I eat right, I get my day started properly so that everything's can align. And I talk about that all the time. Everything has to be in alignment for me to be successful. And one thing out of place. Now, while I've learned over time that it doesn't have to affect me, it doesn't have to, I can choose to let it, or I can choose not to. But it can still happen, right? Especially if you're in the beginning of just trying to figure out, what part you're trying to hone in on for your own mental growth or mindset or whatever. But then the fun part is okay, now that you've done all those things, you've started your day on a positive note, you've done your meditation, you've done your workout, you got your kids ready for school. If you got kids, whatever, it's summer vacation, maybe they're still sleeping, then it's go time, right? For me, it's, what does my space around me look like? Is it clean? Is it cluttered? Because I can tell you, my desk on Mondays looks a hell of a lot different than my desk on Fridays. It looks very different, and not in a positive way. I mean, already today, like notes all over the place, right? And it's Monday. It's Monday. But the space, right?
But you did a lot of training today, so
But my
gotta give yourself a
workstation,
pass on that one.
yes. So my workstation needs to be clean. It can't have all the things all over it. It needs to be at least have my material that I need.
Yeah,
on.
clutter around you clutters your mind. Clutter in the home
Absolutely.
clutters your mind. So you got to clean it
Absolutely.
out. Jen and I did that this weekend. We just went through here like blazing, like Tasmanian devils, just cleaning, wiping, scrubbing and just mopping and just getting ready for spring and just opening up the windows and just, it feels like a whole new condo. We love it. It feels good to do that. And both of us have been eating raw and we've been sticking to it. We've been eating raw for the past couple of weeks. And it feels really good. I've been laxed on my workouts, so I worked out Saturday, Sunday, and this morning. So I'm kind of back in a groove with that. And I'll be honest with you, the video editing has helped me do that because it's helping me to stay. It's giving me something to do throughout the day other than staring at the screen.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it, for me personally, helped me, and it's going to help make me a better trader because in watching a lot of coaches stuff back, it's like I was editing one this weekend. And, I'm like, see, look at what he did there. And I'm showing Jen, right? And I'm like, look at what he did there. See how he waited on that. And she's like, you're learning while you're editing these, aren't you? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it works. I mean, so in order to just stay focused, we had to declutter as well. Going back to that. So that is
Absolutely.
huge.
Yeah,
That is huge.
and in order for to have your workstation clean, it helps keep your mind clear too. Because you're not like looking at all the stuff you have on your desk. You're not thinking about everything that you should be doing then when you should be looking at the charts. You should be looking for those setups, whatever. By having that clean space, it really truly does help. The next thing that I focus on, obviously, is having that clear mind. I am fortunate enough where I have a door where I can shut it. And when my door is shut, that means business in my house. Not everybody has that, I understand. There was a point in time where I didn't have that either. And it was just an expectation that if you saw a chart up on my screen, it meant I was doing something and you needed to leave me alone. And that was my early days. But just creating those boundaries, right? So that if you are in a space where you don't have a door, that everyone around knows that during X time and B time, I am working, right? Like you want to keep a roof over your head, you need to leave me alone, right? Like you want food in your belly, leave me alone. Like let me do what I need to do so that
Do me.
I can sit here all day long. You know what I mean? So just have a clear expectation of what your atmosphere looks like too, and a clear mind. That also being said, like having a clear mind also means that you're not letting those outside forces bog you down. I can't be thinking about an argument I had this morning over toothpaste in a sink. I can't do that. I can't be coming in my office, sitting down doing that. I can't be worried about who didn't take the trash out when I'm sitting down in this seat. When I sit in this seat, it's go time. There are no exceptions. And if I get interrupted, I get a little pissed off. I'm not going to lie. But there's money on the line. Like, I'm not doing it to be a jerk, but like,
right.
Specifically in futures, if you're not paying attention, like you can lose your ass. So I really need focus when I'm doing that.
You do. And, people outside of trading, some get it and some don't, but it's kind of hard. You walk a thin line between love and hate. Basically, you walk a thin line between being rude to somebody and letting them know, listen, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being focused. This is a trade that I'm in, or I'm in a trade. I cannot talk right now. Not trying to be rude, but I'll get with you in a couple minutes if I'm out of the trade, or as soon as the trade's done, I can talk to you. But right now I cannot talk. You know what I mean? So, you got to set that expectation. Otherwise, the boundaries aren't going to be there and they're not going to help you out in that way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And then setting those expectations and then following them is also important too. Like, when you've got younger kids, like it's a little bit more challenging because they don't understand. And at that point, then we have to make some choices where we're like, okay, well, either I need to change my trading time, or maybe I need to adjust how I trade, or whatever the case is, to fit my day to day. If that was the case, I'm fortunate enough now where my kids are older, and at least they knock, or if I accidentally leave the door open, then they'll come in.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, your door was open. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, it was. So that's on me. So clear mind. Then it's okay. What is your game plan for the day? What is your goal today? Are you going to scalp? Are you going to scalp off the 9, the break and hold above the 9 or below? Are you going to wait in the weeds all day? Is that your plan? Or are you going to do the 2-minute EWO? Like, you got to choose what you're doing. And really, like, in my perspective, the best decision you can make is deciding that from the beginning and sticking to it. Otherwise, you'll run into a situation where you will be scalping 1 second, EWOing the next, doing the break and hold off the 9. Oh, but I'm going to go do waiting in the weeds because I heard somebody talk about it. Oh, now I'm going to do the EWO. The next thing you know, it's 2:00 in the afternoon and you haven't done a damn thing because you tried to bounce around with everybody else instead of starting your day with intention on a specific strategy that you want to use for the day. I always start my day out. Now, I can, and I do sometimes, change it up. But I've also been at it long enough now where I can do that respectfully. But I know that if I start getting a little wishy-washy with it, it's either time to quit or get up out of my seat, walk away for a minute and say, okay, when I come back, I'm just going to scalp. Or when I come back, I'm just going to do the 2-minute EWO and just get up physically from my seat and come back with a fresh mindset. That way I haven't been sitting here for 16 hours and I've done nothing. I have nothing to show for it except for maybe a couple scribbles, and a gallon of water gone. Like, I've got to at least make a plan at the beginning of the day, what I'm going to do. What else? Make sure my charts are fresh. I don't update my charts every day. A lot of times I leave my charts alone, but that just comes from with what I do. And it's just perspective and my own personal journey that I do, that I just kind of chart along the way now. Now, for training for the team, like, I do it all day long. But for myself personally, it's just in the moment. And that if I'm going to get into an ES, for example, I probably still have lines on there from last week. I'll go and chart what I need to just to be able to have an opportunity to get in, and I'm done. Like, I don't even bat an eye at it. A lot of times those lines from last week still work.
I'm so scared to take lines off my chart sometimes because I'm like, okay, the minute I take that off, that level will be prevalent and I wish I had it, right?
Yeah. But I'm not good enough where I can have my charts look like some of our members. And I look at that, like, I don't even know what are you going off of?
Now coaches indicators have so many lines on it for you that you really can use a lot of those, which I've begun to do.
Yeah, they are nice. It is a very nice tool for sure. It's definitely evolved. That's for sure.
What's your favorite out of the 3 strategies? You've done all of them now. You've done the break and hold of the 9. You've done the scalping. You've done the EWO. All of them successfully. What one is your most favorite?
It depends on the situation.
That's not what I asked.
I know, but there's a reason. Let me explain. Okay, so if I'm going into the day knowing that I'm going to be training, I'm going to scalp. I'm going to start my day with scalping. Because I can go and I can scalp and get what I need out of the market very quickly and be done for the day and not have to worry about getting my trading done. If I go into the market and I don't have a damn thing to do other than to look at the market, I'll do EWO if the market allows, if the market gives me the opportunity to do so. So I'll do EWO. Break and hold off the 9. I break it down into 3 because to me, they're all 3 very different strategies. I have gotten away from it for the most part. I still do it from time to time just to keep up on it, just so that I don't forget how to do it. But it's just really stressful. And so I'd either rather wait in the weeds and just be patient or do the 2-minute EWO when I need to. Like, I don't know.
So you didn't answer the question. The question was, what is your favorite?
I don't know. Probably too many EWO because it's the most profitable.
There you go.
I mean, really. And in a sense of sometimes you just got to be ready to sit it for 6 hours.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, and that's when you start. That's the only time you'll ever hear about me complain about being in a trade, making money.
Hence fidget spinners.
Yes, yes. Hence the fidget spinner. Yes.
Definitely.
I make sure my devices are ready, right? So if you're going to get into start trading, make sure you have more than one device ready in case you can't get out.
Oh, coach will love that. He
Yeah.
preaches that all the time. Have your backups for your backups ready.
My journal's always ready. I have a couple notes for myself. Stay away from chop and wait for the good setups. And lastly, do I trust my indicators? And then I have a few little swear words that says, let's F and go. But that's my checklist when I start, right? Like that doesn't even cover like what I do or what I'm looking for when I get into a trade. But that's what it takes for me to get started every single day. I got to have a clear mind. I've got to come in, and also being a moderator, I got to be on my toes too. So it's not just trading.
Yes.
You got to have one ear open at all times because you never know if you're going to get pulled to go do something. We never know. Coach might be out and I need to cover futures, because Mark's got to go handle what he's got to handle,
Right.
or someone's down sick or has to run errands. Like we're all human. We all got things to do outside of ADT too, so you just always got to be prepared for whatever is thrown at you, just like you would if you were at work. Same difference, in my opinion.
I agree. I completely agree. And you handle it so well. I mean, I know you jump back and forth between futures and VIP and just try to make yourself available. And that's awesome. Just like just now we were talking and you were answering a question from one of your kids. I mean, you got to multitask. And that's another reason why I love the fact that you prioritize your health. If you don't do that, there's no way you can do that. There's no way you can be up and have the energy and have the focus to be able to go between different tasks like that, let alone stay focused in a 2-minute EWO trade all day long. You can't do it if you don't take care of your health. So
there would have been a time. There would have been a time much before I came here where I didn't even. I mean, I look back now and I don't even recognize myself. It's insane. In a good way, right? Like I'm very grateful that I've gone as far as I have, but like, I mean, I know that it was hard to like go like walk around the block. Like it was horrifying, but everything aligned just the way it should, and it progressed as it should. So I'm very grateful for that.
That's
for sure.
awesome.
But yeah, so then once I've gotten my day started, and the mindset thing carries on throughout my day. It doesn't just stop before I start trading it continues on. So if my plan is to get into that 2-minute EWO, I've got my charts ready to go. I've got them all cleared. I know because I do futures, so I know the futures contracts that I'm going to be watching, and at that point I'm ready to go. So what am I waiting for then? I'm waiting and watching the EWO bars to see the second bar bigger than the prior. That's what I'm watching for. And I could have 8 charts up on a screen, which I do 4 to 6 now, but I could have these up there and I'm looking specifically for that.
You know what? I got to go back to that question. And I know it part of it does still pertain to mindset. What is your mindset when you see the second EWO bar, but because somebody asked you, is that when you get in every time? And you're like, well, what if there's something else happening? I can't remember the exact question, but you were like, if I can't get in on the second candle, if levels are there that don't permit me to do that, basically is what you were saying, then you don't get in it. Right? Mm-hmm. How many times throughout the course of the day would you say you miss a 2-minute EWO because it's just not there?
All the time.
On that second candle. Really?
All the time. Yeah, because I mean, it really depends. Like you can cluster it. I group all the indices together for the most part. Mm-hmm. So if one indice is going south, I'm not even paying attention to any of the indices because there's still metals that I could be looking at, energies like oil and stuff. I could still look at those too. Like there's so much more out there that I can be looking at. So if I see indices are usually the first one I look at. Because if one of them's going south, most of them are going south too. Which by south I mean not going the direction that I wanted to go for me to look at getting an entry. Now, if I happen to be looking at one of them, say it's a YM or something like the Dow, the Dow or something like that, and I see that there is an EWO forming. Now, there's a better chance that if I'm thinking about it, if I'm not miscombobulated from looking at 6 other screens, I'm hopping into like an ES at that point to look to see what it's doing, because typically they all kind of match. Because I like ES better than most, but I do most of my practice with NQ, and that's just my evolution of how I've just come accustomed to doing things for myself. But I do, and if I see that second bar is bigger than the prior, and we're stuck between the 200 and 200 and VWAP, and the indicators are all clustered together in the center, I ain't touching that. I don't know what way that's going to go. And even if I look at the L2 and the L2 is all clustered together, because that's typically what it looks like when that happens. I ain't touching that. I'm not touching that at all. I'm moving on. I ain't going to sit there and stare at it. Because if you sit there and stare at it, you're going to miss another opportunity, which I've done before. I have sat there and watched. I've watched paint dry. I was trying not to swear. I will sit there and try not to watch paint dry. And then the next scene.
Okay. We got a tip jar.
I know. 10 minutes goes by. I'm still staring at the same shit. And it's still not doing anything different. So you just got to know your setups. And then the next time around, you'll go and you'll look, and say an EWO is forming, and what's a good one that I can think of? An EWO forms, and it is, let's see, what was one of them we saw?
Sitting at VWAP.
Or it's coming down, VWAP's at the bottom, the 200's crossing over, the indicators are crossing over the 200 coming down to VWAP. That is an EWO entry. If it gives you that second bar bigger than the previous, and you don't have any major levels, you can ride that. Now, it may not be a very long one. It may not be a very long one at all, but you can still ride it, and you could still take some profit out of that. Now, it may or may not go to the moon. It may go straight to hell. Who knows?
Right?
But you can take those. Not every EWO has to be perfect. And that was what one of my mistakes was when I first started doing EWOs, is I was looking for that 6-star trade. And I ended up getting super frustrated, because here I am looking for this 6-star trade. And they don't
a 3-star may turn into a 6, but
And then
if there's no stars, forget about it. But if you got 2, 3, maybe 4 stars, might be worth getting in there.
Then it's kind of really take a look at it and really see for yourself. But there's so many different variations of that. But if I have levels that are charted out, because I trust my charting, I trust the indicators. If I see that there is a double bottom or top or something that's critical level, and my EWO is coming up to it, and all of a sudden it's now the 3rd bar, I am not getting into it, because a lot of times,
not even for a scalp.
Not even, that's different. But then I got to be careful, right? Because, I might do that for myself because I'm knowledgeable and I have the skill. Telling new people that that's what I do prompts them to think they can do that too. Yeah. So I hold true that if I'm doing a 2-minute EWO, if it's the 3rd bar, I'm not getting into it. I'm not. I will wait for the next setup, or I will go find a different one.
Nice.
No.
What's up, gentlemen? We've got F2 on the panel. Ange, thank you so much for giving us all of that. I went on ahead and opened up the panel for anybody that wants to come up and pick your brain just for a few minutes.
5 minutes, and then I'm Irish goodbye on your asses.
We got F2 down there. We've got Flying Fish. How are you? I've never seen you up here. How you doing?
I'm doing just great, Dawn.
Why did you? I'm like, is that Bruno? Flying, the flying thing got me. I'm like, is that Bruno? What's
That's
up,
Bruno.
baby?
That's
How are
Bruno.
you?
I just came on to support Ange, so
Oh,
Aw, that's awesome.
I got a massive.
Screw
I got a
me. Don't
massive.
support me. It's supporting Ann. I get it. I get it. My
Well,
feelings.
you just said to the moderators, come support Ange. Is that what you said? That's what you said.
I did say that. I did.
But great
It was,
story, Ange. I was
yeah.
listening to every word. So
Oh,
my
thanks.
my piece of advice to everyone is you don't have to mimic Ange's setup in terms of how she does things, but you do have to find yourself some type of rhythm or some type of consistency. And if that's the way you can achieve it, just similar to what Ange does, everyone is unique. Everyone has their own way of doing things. But I think what she said today hit the nail, or hit the you know what I mean. Hit the. I have such a massive headache.
Hit the head. Nail on the head.
Hit the head of the nail. Yeah, right. So yeah, I see a lot of like discombobulation and just not knowing, and I don't know where to do this, and I don't want to, just have some type of rhythm, have some type of setup, consistency, or routine, I should say. That's the word I was looking for. Routine. So
I would agree. If you
great
don't
story.
have one, make one.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't have
Get a
one, get
schedule
one.
going.
Get one like ASAP.
I got one hanging right on my wall here that I'm staring at every day now. It has helped me so much just to write things down and organize them. Ask ChatGPT to do it for you. Christ, if you can't do it on your own. Which, by the way, I was just talking to Jen, and I'm like, dude, people are losing. You know what? Rona did this to us. We can't think for ourselves. We can't interact anymore. It's so crazy. Like when we're actually in person, that we're so weird. Like her family wanted to come over this weekend, and all this anxiety came over. I'm like, the hell's going on with that? Anyway, enough about me. F2, how are you, brother?
I am doing great. I wanted to come up and just say hello, and I was always very proud of what Andy accomplished and what she's always willing to share, and I commend her on her discipline and running a family and having her organizational skills. And
She's Superwoman. No,
Some
seriously,
days
you're
I'm
Wonder
super,
Woman.
some days I'm super messy. I just hide it really well.
No, Sour clued us in.
Yeah, he just likes things to be so pristine. Let's be honest.
Especially a kitchen because he's a chef.
Right.
So
And
I
that's the thing. Like he wants I don't know what it is they clean the commercial kitchens with, but I don't do that here.
some type of oxy.
James just looks like he just won $1 million. You could tell.
What's going on, James?
You
James,
could
you
tell.
excited?
It just every day just keeps getting better and better.
TSLL?
Oh no! I had a 1% red day, but it was a very, very good educational day.
Well, that's good. Well, that's what mistakes are for, to learn from, right? You want to talk to us about it? What's your mindset with that?
And I got a wrench.
You got a wrench?
I just made him a mod on YouTube,
Okay,
just so he can help out.
Wow, dude. Well, that's a start. That's a start. Way to go.
With great power comes great responsibility. Don't forget that.
It. You see a troll, you
Yes, sir, Uncle Ben.
cut him out of there. Wow.
Well, that's the only thing I'm not sure about with that is, like there's one in there, J Trade. I don't recognize the name, but I tagged him with a response. Haven't heard anything back from him yet. So,
I've seen that name before. I'll be honest with you. I'm highly sus. So, well, time will tell. If you come back in here, start acting a fool. I hope not. We invite everyone to come, but don't be coming over here to try to, promote yourself or your business. So I'm just gonna say that out loud. So, 10,000 subscribers on that channel. J Trades. Okay, yeah, okay. Come on over.
that was my thoughts, but I'll give benefit of the doubt.
No, you don't give him the benefit. You give him the axe, brother. Get him with
I'm not quite as mean as Bruno yet.
Give it time. Give it time.
I'm definitely nicer than Eminem though.
Yeah, she is no joke. And damn you.
She did the Irish goodbye. Now you're stuck
Goodbye.
with us.
She
Yep.
did. She did.
Yeah, no. Oh, go
Thank
ahead.
you.
Bye, Ange.
Thank you for everything. You're awesome. But yeah.
Yeah, no. As far as my trades this morning, I got too many eggs in one basket. Trying to hatch an ostrich. It happened.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, what
I got into TSLQ, because the indicators, 50 shares right at the top, and I shed 25 right at the top, and I set a stop, and I switched over to TSLL. And before I got into TSLL, I noticed that my stop did not go away.
Ooh.
Flew straight past my stop.
Oh man.
So instead of clicking the buy to get into TSLL where I wanted to, I switched back over to that to get that situation cleared out, back over to TSLL, and then got in shortly after the second Evo bar. So a little high, but everything was still looking good.
Mm-hmm.
It got up about 20 cents over where my buying was. So I set my stop 5 cents over to protect my trade and let it go. The damn thing wicked down to 1 penny below my stop.
Wow, you're kidding me, man. Oh
Yeah.
wow. They
I
cheat
said,
sometimes, don't they?
okay, that's fine. It happens. No big deal. I'll go a little bit smaller position size because I'm still in a good range.
Yep.
And God be damned, it didn't do it again. And at that point, I'm at 1% red for the day. I think it was like 1.01%.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, well, I'm done.
Okay,
We'll
see,
we'll
right
educate.
right there, I love it because the discipline popped in. You know what I mean? Not only are you now just picking the one strategy that you're doing, which is going with that one stock, that one cluster of stocks that you're looking at with the Tesla and the TSL on the TSLQ, but you're inserting discipline now where there may not have been any before.
Yeah,
1%
no,
loss done. That's good.
there was certainly a lot of FOMO. I mean, I even went so far as to close it out
Mm-hmm.
so I wouldn't sit there and watch it.
Right.
And then by
And then
the end of the day,
down altogether.
yeah, and by the
Yeah.
end of the day, sitting there watching the screen on the live Zoom, and Tesla's on one side, and what was that other stock, Bruno? KITO or something like that on the other, and Tesla's just
KLO
up, 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 up. Oh, come on. Killing me here.
Oh man. But you resisted, right?
Yeah, no, I did not get back in any trades. It'll
Yeah.
be there tomorrow.
If you keep doing that, that makes you stronger in doing that. You'll be able to do it with ease at some point because you've trained yourself to do it.
Oh, well, I mean, I never expected to compare myself or don't want to compare myself to anybody, but I never expected to have green days every day. So,
yeah. Compare yourself to you, do better than what you have done. What if you be your best self and put your best self out there every day, it's automatically going to be in the upper echelon because most people don't do that. So it's hard to maintain your best self. So if you just keep doing that, you'll be fine. That is amazing. Bruno, did you trade it all today? Weren't you in like the KLO or something? Because you are massacring these hot stocks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I took a trade this morning, and then one hot stock, and then switched over to Apple, and then I went back when Palm was talking. I went back, and even though I said I was done for the day, I went back and just tapped a little toe back into something else.
You liking the hot stocks, aren't you?
Hot stocks, I mean, they can give you some false hope sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. There are times, and Maria has seen it. You call something out, and you're like, wait a minute, and then all of a sudden, it hits, it peaks, two big ginormous candles, and then it just wicks down, and then that's it, and it comes right back down. But then there are some that they just keep running.
They run.
So, but yeah,
That is awesome. F, did you trade today?
I did. I traded a little bit this morning. I did over 3% on my account, and it started getting a little bit busy at work, and I couldn't concentrate fully on it, so I got out and
Wow.
so
Well, you doubled that 1%. Way to go. Way to go. I dabbled in nano Bitcoin because with, like I said, with focusing on the editing, I wanted to get into something that I could not have to babysit. And that thing is nice. It just runs, right? But I got into a section where I started jumping in and out of it. And that was because I was trying to focus on both things at the same time. So I cut the trading. I cut the trade. I'm like, nope, I can't do it. Can't do it. You have to be able to shut your screen down and walk away, especially if you have another task that you have to do, or get into another task if you can't seem to get away from the trading and you're over trading. Find something else to do, you know? So that has really helped me with over trading. You know what I mean? I'm either making a GIF or I'm working on scrubbing a video now. It's like I love it because I think I needed a break from that. I really do. So I'm like, this is what I love doing. So yeah. Oh, by the way, thank you for that you sent me. So
Well, I'm probably going to thoroughly regret this, Don. But did you look at the fun house?
no. Why should
oh
I?
oh boy.
What? F2 saying something. What's going on?
She got me again.
Oh, what did she do? Arlo, what did you do? Oh my god, wait a minute, where's the fun house? Come on, where are you? Oh my god, there's so many channels on here. Hold on. Where the hell is that? Oh, there it is. Is it the last one or do I need to scroll? What the What the hell?
James, you don't have to take that from her.
Oh, yeah,
You
no,
already got your diamond membership.
no. I opened that door entirely
No,
and said,
don't worry. I,
please.
I got your back. I got your
Hi,
back.
my
I'll
name
be
is
sending you a couple of
James.
pictures of Arlo. You can have fun with that. Yeah,
Oh,
because
I
I
am
got
figuring
pictures.
out this.
I
I
got
am
pictures
figuring
of
out
it.
this AI thing too.
Are we gonna start? Are we gonna start a war? Huh? Okay.
I gotta do it, James. Can I do it, please?
I don't care.
All
Yeah, I've
right.
said you can't decide till you're 49.
Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to see what we're talking about. This is crazy. Arlo needs her ass wet.
Oh, don't worry.
That's
It's
all right.
coming. It's coming.
What goes around comes around.
Oh my god, girl. You are crazy. I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. Look, I sound like you with the lawn picture. Okay, here we go. Because all of a sudden he just starts cracking up, and we're like, "What's going on?" All right, are you guys ready? Hold on. Do I have my ones down there? This is crazy.
Everybody's scared. Nobody typed the one.
It's like
God,
they
come on.
they don't want it.
I see somebody type something down there. You guys don't want to see it? All right, I won't put it up. You know I got to put that shit up.
It's like, what are you talking about? Ones are not done. You're gonna do it.
Everybody ready? Ah! Hi, my name is James. I'll still mow your lawn.
I gotta say though, a little complimenting on the figure though.
All right. Yeah, right. He looks like Bella from Twilight. Isn't that the dress she had when she turned into a vampire or something?
I'm a little nervous. F2 didn't even crack a smile. You're right, F2? Yep, that says it all.
I love it when you're speechless like that. He said,
You know, F2's thinking y'all better never.
I'd hate to see if you ever made her really mad at you.
Oh man. Oh. Wow. James. What do you go? What did you do something to Arlo? Did you put a ticket in and act crazy or something? Like, why does she do that?
No. When the show started, there wasn't a link because you were doing the Ange thing, and I just made a comment about what no link. I could be one of the girls. A little lip gloss, some eyeliner. You never know.
Oh,
Somebody chimed in with a purple dress or in a purple dress. I said, hell yeah, with some stilettos.
you can't say this in a group like this with me and Arlo and people that will take that shit and run with it. No better
Oh,
than
Lord, child, you don't have a hard time hurting my feelings. I had boomer parents that were never home.
that.
I am one of the feral Generation X children.
Right? Wow. Gen X though. Oh! Shout out to Gen X. Yeah, we keep it moving.
And to top it off by feral, I mean truly feral. I grew up in the sticks.
I could tell by that picture. Oh man. Well, anybody got anything else they want to add before we dip out of here? Other than the fact that the diamond is still available last week, everybody, last week. So if you didn't get it, you might want to get on that.
Coach is feeling generous for his birthday.
I will say this. There's gonna be some promos coming out. Just FYI.
Ooh. Give me a heads up.
Yeah, I gotta set it up
so I can make some GIFs. What do you feel about the GIFs, man? I'm loving the GIFs on Discord. I'm not putting any more videos on GIFs. Do it all. They say it all. The promo videos will go on the promo channel for the girls to throw out on social media. I am GIFing it up on Discord. Anything you need me to say, let me know.
What do you use for that to generate the GIFs? Because I figured out the AI and alternating photos, but the whole
I don't give
turning
away
it into
trade
a,
secrets. I don't give away trade secrets.
oh, come on now.
Don't do
You
it.
drop a little clue.
Do it.
You're gonna make me ask AI to do it.
There's so many out there to do it. You can do them on I think you can do them on CapCut. I use something called Glitch Studio, something like that. But yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
I got CapCut and I just downloaded and I had Clip Chimp, something like that. Whatever Microsoft come with.
Yeah, I create it on Video Leap and then I throw it in Glitch Studio to turn it into a GIF. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Everybody, I want to thank everybody for coming and supporting Ange. Bruno, thank you, because it's we don't get to see you that much. So thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. And F and James as well. Ange, thank you for all the tutelage. You know I love that word. And everybody down there in the chat, Miranda, Arlo, Chad H. Arlo's crazy, dude. Chad H. Crispy. Crispy, when you gonna come back on the panel and talk to us? Leonard Jones is down there. Thank you guys for supporting. Coach spun through. Eminem's down there. Hey baby. I'm surprised you didn't come up here with your girl up here. Bucko's down there. I'm getting ready to go eat some grapes. Pebbles is down there. I know I'm not going to mention grapes every time I talk about you, Bucko, but I literally am getting ready to go eat some grapes. It was your fault, though. You put the video out there and dedicated it to me. Mikey D. Sweet Tea. Wow, it's been a minute. Welcome. Scott
Somebody say sweet tea.
Somebody did say sweet tea.
I want a sweet tea and a cheeseburger.
That does sound
I
good.
bet you're not fasting anymore, Bruno. What? Yeah.
I'm fasting. I barely eat during the day. I have like a piece of toast today.
Are you working out? Are you doing anything movement wise?
I ain't doing a damn thing, Dawn.
You gotta get up.
I'm stuck to this desk and to this laptop. I don't leave the house during the week. That's why on the weekend, don't leave me alone. Don't message me. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't email me. I don't care.
You got to get up though, Bruno. That's not good. Vegan knowledge, JJ. You got to get up.
Bruno tickets at 1 a.m. Saturday.
Yeah, it's been raining though. It's been raining. It's been annoying.
Well, get some stuff in the house. Get you a bike or something, you know. I worry about you, man. Vegan knowledge, JJ. I'm sure she's got something to say about that. Anyone have?
Oh yeah, I left a review of the book, by the way.
Oh yeah, she told me. Thank you for that. Yeah, she read it like the other week. You did that like a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I already forgot everything that was in the book. I'm one of those ADD readers, can't focus. Okay, I read a page, come back tomorrow. What did I read? I forgot. I got to go back and read it again.
It's this thick, so it's a quick read. Chad H, what's up? All right, so I'm going to end with two things. Not only Coach's rules, but we're going to end with Coach telling us why we need to invest in ourselves and why ADT is the place to go. To do that, I want everybody to have a good night. Make sure you are here for tomorrow. It is Trivia Tuesday, and we're going to come up with a good trivia game for you guys. So I'm excited about that.
Peace out, everybody.
Peace out. Peace and
blessings. Bruno. F2, night, Don, thank you.
You are welcome, sir. Have a good night. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
I see some people in the profits and loss area when they take an L, it's always because they, air quotes, thought it was going to do something else. Am I right? How many times have you guys stayed in a bad trade because you thought, well, I know it's going down, but.
I just had to break.
Yeah.
The other day.
Yeah.
The other day.
Yeah.
Good morning with LGM.
Yeah, you'll go, oh, it didn't bounce there. Oh, maybe it will here. Well, it didn't. Okay, well, maybe here. Oh, well, you know what? Damn it. Now I'm down 30% on the trade. Well, you know what? I'm already in 30%. Let's just go ahead. I can just wait just a little bit more. It's no big deal. If it, oh, whoops, now it's 50%. Well, you know what? I didn't go that big. Oh, 70%. Oh, knife drop. Damn it. 75%. Well, I'm in it now. I might as well just hold on the rest of the day. Drops down 85%. You get out. It rebounds. And then at the end of the day, like, oh my gosh, I just would have stayed in. Yep. So how about this? How about the second it breaks the rules of what it's supposed to do, you just get your out and you reassess. I need everybody to follow the rules that are in here. Every single time that I see anybody that is not succeeding, the first thing you can always see is they broke the rules. Sorry, coach, I broke the rules. I can't believe I did that again. How about today? You just start out with, I'm not going to break the freaking rules, right? The rules are there for a reason, okay? If you haven't heard my rules, I've got a good list of them, and you have to follow all. You don't get to cherry pick my rules. Okay? You need to come in with an empty cup. I don't care how many courses, I don't care how many online activities you've been a part of, I don't care how many rooms you've been in. I don't even give a how long you've been trading. You need to come in with an empty cup. Okay? Because guess what? If you were the world's greatest trader, you wouldn't be watching me right now. In this room, with me, a real professional coach that I've trained millions of people, inside of here, you will learn to be an actual stock market trader and not a call out chaser. Okay. Now, I know you see a lot of people out there selling you stuff, brand new kids. I've been trading for 4 years, so I'm going to sell a Discord and all this other bullshit. Well, that's not us. We've made over 10 millionaires inside of this room, and 8 of them had never traded a day in their life. Nobody has those statistics. I don't care where you go. I don't care how many YouTube subscribers they have. I don't care how long they've been in the game doing training. None of that. The proof is in the pudding. Oh, coach, well, how is your trading? My trading doesn't mean. So my proof in the pudding is how are you doing? How is my community doing? Not how I am doing. So if you guys are looking to just watch somebody trade and not learn how to trade, there's plenty of people that'll do that and brag about how great they did in their trading and the success that they did in trading. You're not going to get that in here. My job is to train you. You guys want to head over to AmericanDreamTrading.com and get signed up at least for the free Discord. Make sure within the first 24 hours you verify your account. You will get an email from us to make sure you verify your account, or the system will kick you off thinking you are spam. You guys can get into our premium membership at $125 a month. With that, you'll get access to the membership lounge, which we have an open microphone where you can ask any questions all day from 8:45 until 4 o'clock. You guys will get all the hot stock picks, which we've already posted and have already been making money on this morning. You'll get the pre-market setup, which will give you key critical areas at the opening bell and throughout the day. The IPO Center, so any new and exciting IPOs that come out, you will have access to those. Any earnings that are coming out, and of course, our videos on demand. We have 11 full training videos to get you started. Things like the 2-minute EWO, day trading, swing trading, covered calls, cash secured puts, etc., all inside of our premium membership for $125 a month. When you guys are ready to upgrade, I highly recommend, regardless of how much experience you have, signing up for the VIP membership starting at $500 a month. With that, you'll get the pre-market access starting at 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. You guys will get access to the VIP lounge, all the workshop classes. We put one of those on every month, and the previous recorded sessions. You guys will get the VIP training videos. We have over 50 advanced training videos for you, and the Trading View indicators. If you have a VIP, you can upgrade to the gold add-on, which is an additional $250 a month. You can get the mastermind classes, 1 hour of tech support. If you need us to remote in and help you get your charts, etc., set up, we can do that for you. You'll get weekend training every Saturday at 11 o'clock. You'll get the VIP Gold Lounge access, priority help desk support, our news service, which is worth its weight in gold just for that. You'll get all the breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon. Everything, of course, for you as a gold member will be recorded. So if you are gold for crypto, futures, or stocks and options, all the sessions will be recorded for you. And of course, you'll get our exciting live Apple chat. We've got David over there in the mornings showing you exactly what he's doing with the 2-minute EWO and just the Apple, which is one of our amazing strategies that you guys will learn here. So we have our futures membership, our regular futures membership starting at $250 a month, which the futures is going on right now. They are, again, just like us, every day with a live open microphone from 8:45 to 4 o'clock every single day. You'll get all the futures education, all of the training videos, the futures lounge. The Trading View indicators are actually included with the futures memberships that start at $250, and of course all of the extra Zoom classes when they have them. Crypto is the same thing. If you guys want to jump into the crypto, that one now is also $250 a month and includes the trading view indicator. Same thing, all the training videos anytime that the Zoom sessions are available. Now the Zoom sessions for crypto is a little different just because it's a 24-hour, so we try to bounce that one around so you get different time and different events. We are always posting those, so you guys make sure you take advantage. And of course, a Diamond Lifetime membership. With that, you get everything. Unlimited, lifetime access, all of our membership services, meaning anything that I create. Platinum's coming up, you'll have access to it. I believe that's going to be $1,000 a month. Diamond, you'll get access to that with just this $5,000. Now listen, if you can't get into the Diamond right now, don't freak out. It'll just be $20,000. So it's no big deal. If you can't get it today, don't worry. You can still get it, but it's going to be 20 grand. You guys want to head over to AmericanDreamTrading.com and get signed up.